What is your absolute worst nightmare? For 16-year-old Jessica, this isn't something that she has to wonder about. She actually wakes up one day to find herself in the midst of her own worst nightmare, the loss of her right leg, and presumably the loss of her ability to do what she loves the most, which is run. In Wendelin Van Dranen's book, The Running Dream, we meet Jessica Carlisle just as her world is collapsing around her. Moments, just hours after she has set the record time in the quarter mile at the track meet, her track bus collides with a garbage truck. And when she wakes up in the hospital, she finds out not only did she lose a teammate, she also lost a portion of her right leg. This all happens within just the first few pages of the book, so these are not spoilers. You'll find this out quickly. Van Dranen just grabs us by the heart and holds us through this entire book. We follow Jessica on a journey that takes her from the depths of despair to struggling to accept her new reality, to discovering her own strengths, and her changes of attitudes can take her farther than ever having her leg back could. This book is one that my own 13-year-old daughter recommended to me. She's recently been bitten by the running bug. She's joined the cross-country team. She runs track. We talk about running all the time. We kind of share that. I ran also in high school. So when she came across this book, she insisted that I absolutely had to read it. And I'm glad that I did. The Running Dream, though, is about so much more than the love of running. Although Miss Van Dranen does an excellent job of describing the thrill of the race and the camaraderie of teammates on a track team. The book's about finding strength in the face of adversity. It's about finding compassion for others. It's about learning new perspectives on life and friendship. If it were not for her own disability, Jessica would never become friends with Rosa, a young lady in her class who has cerebral palsy. Rosa helps Jessica kind of put her own struggles into perspective and helps her learn to appreciate people and to see them not for the abilities they have or don't have, but just for who they are. A big part of what I really enjoyed about reading this book was all the information on prosthetic legs and how they work, the science behind it, and even the medical side. Miss Van Dranen recognizes at the end all the people who kind of help her put this into perspective. She also goes on to explain what inspired her to write this book, which was when she ran a marathon for the first time herself. She saw these people running who had disabilities, and she was so inspired by their endurance and their strength that she wanted to write a book about it. She shows us this through Jessica, even though it's a fictional character, but not just the endurance of her body, but also of her mind and her spirit. The author uses Jessica's disability to broaden her understanding of others. And just like with Rosa, Jessica starts to realize she's lost the ability to run, but Rosa never had that ability. It kind of, in a non-preachy way, puts into perspective for us how Jessica's own transformation when she stops being disappointed in the loss of her own dream and starts to think about maybe the dreams of others and how she can help them realize their dreams. I would recommend this book to anyone who loves to run or knows someone who loves to run. Anyone who knows a person with a disability or has a disability themselves and longs to be seen as a person and nothing less. And finally, if you just love an uplifting, inspiring story with realistic characters and believable struggles, then Wendell Van Dranen's The Running Dream is the perfect book for you.